Welcome to episode 62 of Regen Rovers, where today it is another massive day for the club as we take on Watford away from home in the FA Cup 4th round. But before I play this match, I would just like to thank everyone that has sent in logos and kit design so far, either to my Twitter or via email. It's very much appreciated. If you would like to continue sending some in for the 8th season or seasons in the future, then you're very welcome to do so. We will have a logo poll at the end of this season to decide either to keep the current logo or go for a new logo going into the future. Now, you may be thinking, I thought we were going to take on Bristol Rovers first of all, Paul. Well, the game has been postponed to a few days after this FA Cup game, so that works nicely. We can concentrate on the FA Cup. It's been a little bit disappointing lately because we've picked up 2 draws since the last episode. We drew against Barnet 3-3, 2 extreme draws, a high-scoring draw and a 0-0. It's annoying because against Barnet we were 3-1 up, but a Reece Walker red card let us down and they were able to get back into it. It was 3-1 to us at that stage, so Reece Walker really did let us down. In fact, he's decided to shave off his ginger hair in shame, I guess. He's just very upset with himself for that performance and he's gone for the whole Pepe look. He does actually look like Pepe. The ginger Pepe. If I reload the skin, his hair will probably magically appear, to be honest. But Brady Chick, back from injury, giving him a little bit of time to get back into the first team. Played a couple games in the under-23s. This is his first team game for quite a few weeks, and he scored twice. He just seems to be so clinical when he plays. That was a cracking finish from a Garber pass. He then made it. They took the lead, by the way, with a penalty in the 26th minute, but we turned it around nicely, as you can see. The second goal was also from Brady Chick. Green's pass was intercepted, but a terrible back pass enabled Chick to find the back of the net there. And then Craig Palmer, at the end of the first half, managed to get a third. And I thought by this point, we're comfortably going to win this. But of course we didn't because of Reece Walker. So he did let us down, gave away 2 points there. 0-0 draw against Fleetwood. We really struggled in this game. We just couldn't seem to string passes together, have shots. It was just an awful performance. Sivzelis, 7.7 performance, as you can see from him. He was fantastic in goal and actually saved the penalty in the 56th minute. In the end, we were very fortunate to get a 0-0 draw because Garber also managed to get sent off towards the end of the game as well. So he's going to miss today's FA Cup game, which is disappointing for him and for us because he's starting to turn into an important player for us. And I'm actually going to have to play a midfield that haven't played together before because Garber is suspended and Dibber is actually injured for 2 weeks. He's just got injured, which is really bad timing. So I'm having to play Paddy Murray, our new Northern Irish midfielder, alongside Marlowe. Of course, he's used to the team. He's been brilliant for us over the years, but lately I've gone for Dibber and Garber in the middle, so he's back in the middle. We've got Miguel playing in defensive midfield. We've gone for the Regen offensive tactic because of course we're taking on a Premier League team away from home. It's going to be even harder than the Swansea game, I think. So we are going defensive. I'm going with Larry Udder and Palmer up front. Those are the 2 strikers that are most in form at the moment. Udder has just come back from a little knock and Palmer has started to score, which is pleasing. On the bench, we've got lots of firepower, mainly because I don't really have any other positions that can go on the bench. We've got Alex Hall, Holmes and Warren, the defensive options. We've got strikers to galore. Joseph Mohamed is back from St Albans City. He didn't score in 7 appearances for them. He only got 1 assist and 6 appearances, sorry. It wasn't going from 6.36 average rating. It just wasn't going to work. They probably would have stopped playing him because he wasn't scoring. Let's bring him back. It was obviously a bad move for him, but maybe he can come back and start scoring goals. He did, of course, score in his last appearance for Regen Rovers. We've also got Brady Chick on the bench, who's obviously on fire at the moment, but I've decided to put Udder back into the team. Spencer Drury and Orford as well, who hasn't scored for a couple games, but his contribution to the team is incredible. 10 goals and 10 assists in 21 appearances this season is brilliant. He's got the highest average rating out of any of our players. Let's hope he can keep it up. He did a similar thing last season. I think he got 9 goals and 8 assists in the season, something like that. But they're all clumped together in one go. So I just hope that Watford can continue the form, because it was around about this time last year that he dropped in form and fell out of the first team. So really hoping we can push on. He can push on. The under-23s have been doing well, actually. A 6-2 win against Woking. And Darren Miller, remember him? He's still here. I did give him a contract in the summer. I'll probably release him at the end of the year. He did score a hat-trick in this game, but I don't think the future is for him at Regen Rovers. Obviously, he's a good free kick taker. I guess if he goes on a bit of a goal-scoring run, then I'm willing to stick him into the first team, because other strikers have done well. But he's scored his goals in clumps. 2 goals against Hungerford, 3 goals against Woking. Bradley Berry, another player that's obviously in the under-23s these days, has done well for the under-23s. So maybe it won't be too long before he gets another chance in the first team, because he hasn't played this season. It's strange how it works for him. Obviously, every other season's very good, but this season he hasn't played. He hasn't played in the first team really since halfway through last season, when he started picking up injuries. Now, I haven't done Player Diaries feature for a while, mainly because we've been focusing on the FA Cup run and we haven't really had many games in between. But there'll be another Player Diaries feature at some point, just like, Paul's big day outs every now and then, isn't it? We don't want to overdo it, I think. If there's any other features I could do, then obviously over the series we can start to include them. I have evolved the series as we've gone along. That's just the style. I want to improve it as much as possible and keep it fresh, I suppose. Obviously, Fan Corner has been in nearly every episode, but I think that's something that still works. You guys playing along with the series. I put some of your comments and tweets in there, whether they be serious or whether they just be tongue-in-cheek and, like you're pretending to be a real fan of the club. I wish Regen Rovers was real. I honestly do. But then at the same time I don't, because it's just an escape from reality. Escape from reality. Yeah, I'll try and spit my words out. There's something about supporting this fictional team that is quite wonderful. So much better than real life. Here come Watford then. They're probably going to thrash us. I'm always pessimistic, and then I'm trying to be optimistic, but they have opened the scoring already. It's Chahanoglu. I can never pronounce his name correctly. But he's scored. He's playing for Watford, as is Zaha, as you can see there. 1-0 down. They've got some good creative players. That's a great cross. Couldn't do much about that. I might have to go attacking in the second half and be brave, because we're 1-0 down. Please smash that like button as ever, guys. It'd be much appreciated. This FA Cup run's been fantastic, but is it going to be ended here today by Watford, who are looking to be like all over us? And it's a second goal from that right wing. Crossed in. That's really annoying. I think what I'm going to do is, in fact, I'm going to do this now, and we're going to make changes straight away. Spencer Drury's going to come on for Miguel. Uda's going to go into the middle, and we're going to push up. We're going to go for it. It's obviously not working today. Let's be brave and attack Watford. We don't concede many goals from crosses because my defenders are generally decent in the air, heading crosses away in League 2, but the Premier League is a different matter altogether. But I wouldn't say Chahanoglu is known for his heading ability. It's all about the free kicks, isn't it? But we're 2-0 down. It looks like the FA Cup dream's over, but it's been an incredible journey. Really pleased with the guys for getting this far. And obviously this is a bit of a money spinner, playing at a decent sized stadium, Premier League team. It's another cross in, it's 3-0. We're getting destroyed by the crosses. I think maybe it's a case of pulling the wing backs back and just playing a traditional back 5 now, because it obviously isn't working. Maybe let's play 4 at the back. Danny Bye can go into defensive midfield. Play him as an anchor man. Okay, well, 4 at the back. I haven't played 4 at the back for yonks. We've actually had more shots than them somehow, and they've only had 1 clear-cut chance. On another day, this wouldn't be 3-0. Against Swansea City, remember, they only had 1 chance, which was from the corner, which they scored. Larry Uda's it's just not going well for us today. Everything's going wrong. We'll bring on Brady Chick. I'm gonna do this one. They're relaxed. Probably not a good idea saying just go out there and play and relax. Don't worry, you got nothing to lose. But we're gonna go route 1, and I'm gonna press shoot on sight. Let's try and get a goal. Try and get a consolation goal. Do me proud, guys, in the second half. It's not been a good first half defensively, but do me proud in the second half. Somehow, they've only had 5 shots. I think that's impressive in itself, that they've not completely dominated this match. They've just been clinical, haven't they? They're a Premier League team, taking their chances. It's 4-0. This could end up being my worst ever defeat. I haven't conceded a huge number of corners this year. I'm still proud. We beat Swansea, a Premier League team. Just another Premier League team was a bit too much for us in the end. 2,618 away fans. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Palmer's going to come off. We're going to bring on Mohamed for the last 20 minutes. Try and get him scoring again. Gets the hardest possible opposition, really. It would have been nice to see a shot from us. Apparently we've had 2 half chances. Flynn Tyler's had an awful game at left wing back or left back today. Every goal's come from that side. It's 5-0. It's not been his day at all. And here they come again. I mean, I'm going attacking. We were 2-0 down when I decided to go attacking. Just hoping for a goal. Here's Spencer Drury. Can he get a consolation? It was a brilliant tackle and then he couldn't get the rebound in. And we've won a corner. Tim Green whips it in. Can we get this one? It's Mohamed who does score. He doesn't score for St Albans City against bloody Billericay Town, but he goes and scores a fantastic goal against Watford, Premier League Watford. St Albans City aren't playing Billericay Town, I know, because actually St Albans are in the North League and Billericay are in the Southern League. But yeah, it was just a team I thought up in my head. Before anyone points that out. It's good to get a consolation goal. It's a great strike from Joseph Mohamed. Maybe he can go from strength to strength now. After disappointment at St Albans City, he's determined to turn it around, and he's got a goal on his return. It's brilliant, really. Is this going to be 6? Oh, it's off the post. We survived. We've had more shots than Watford. That is an achievement in itself, in my eyes. On another day, that wouldn't have ended 5-1. For whatever reason, my defence just let everything through, and that's very rare. Flynn Tyler, 4.9. I'm going to say, oh dear. I'd said what my assistant... not happy with the defence. We'll just go for that one. Larry Udder is out for... Oh dear. It's over. Larry Udder's time at the club is... I'm going to have to terminate the loan. There's no point having him around for that time. That is a severe injury. 5 to 6 months, Achilles tendon. Thank you for your service to the club, Larry Udder. You scored 8 goals and got 4 assists in your time here, which I'm very, very grateful for. But he's going to have to go back, so it's probably a good thing that we've got Mohamed back, because would have been 1 striker down if that was the case. He's going back to Millwall. Mohamed ends goal drought. Although, for Regen Rovers, he doesn't have a goal drought. Off he goes. Bye, Larry. Maybe we can get him in the future. He might... When does the contract go out? Yeah, his contract runs out at the end of this season, so they probably won't renew it. Regular service resumes then with a league match today at home against Bristol Rovers, who are 3rd in the league. We've dropped to 8th because of our FA Cup run. We have a game in hand. If we win today, we go back up to 7th above Cambridge. It's quite important, actually. If we want to get a playoff place, we are dropping off because of a few draws recently. And, of course, we're famous for draws, aren't we? We've drawn 11 games this season, and we've won 11. We've only lost 5 games in the league, which is very impressive. But that's what we tend to do. We're hard to beat team. We don't lose a huge number of games. But Bristol Rovers will be tough. They're in a promotion spot, an automatic promotion spot. If we win today, we're only 2 points behind them. Automatic promotion is still on the cards, but then again, we could still finish down in mid-table. There's so much of the season left to go. Now that we're through the FA Cup, though, I will play a few more games in between, so we will play probably about 6 games in the background before the next episode. But it's been a fun FA Cup run. That rhymed. I'm a poet. Right, time to pick the team. Here we go then. So Orford has had to come in for Udder. Poor old Larry. Back at Millwall with a severe injury. It would be great to get him back in the future, because he did well in the end for us. He's really started to score goals. But Orford's back in the team alongside Palmer and Drury. Want to get Drury scoring again. He's once again having a little patch where he can't seem to score. Playing Garber's back in the team after suspension. Dibber's of course still injured. I'm playing Murray. Paddy Murray in the middle as the ball-winning midfielder. I just feel the ball-winning midfielder role in this tactic just seems to be working better. I've tried advanced playmaker. Garber did quite well in that, but defensively, it's somehow... we conceded 3 goals against Barnet when I used it. And then when I changed to the ball in a midfielder, we didn't concede against Fleetwood. We didn't score either. So I'm still experimenting with the midfield roles. Green and Tyler as the wing-backs. Flynn Tyler had a terrible game, but he has to keep his place because he's been good this season. And we're keeping with Lofts by Walker and Sivzelis in goal, of course. The bench, Alex Hall, Chris Holmes, Warren, Marlowe is our midfield option. Mohamed, Chick and Young, 3 strikers on the bench. Jack Young hasn't featured for a long time. I'm giving him a chance on the bench today. Maybe he can come on and score the winning goal. He's not match sharp at all. He's not even been playing in the under-23s, I don't think. I mean, Chris Scott would be the more sensible option. He's scoring goals. But I'm not sensible, am I? I'm an idiot. If you ever had Microsoft Football on Windows 95, I used to love the chant from the Spanish fans. It would just be like, oh, ole, 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 ole. The sounds were hilarious as well when they were kicking the ball or jumping. If you know that game, you know that game, but I doubt there's many people that played it. I got it free with our first ever family computer, Windows 95. Anyway, I'm blabbering again as usual. Let's see what we can do against a strong Bristol Rovers team. We beat them earlier in the season, didn't we? Swear we did, against all odds. There's the Snake Pit Ultras in the corner. Going to set off some flares one day, I'm sure. 3 draws in a row now, I think, in the league. So we need to try and end that. Preferably not with a defeat. We don't want that. But here come Bristol Rovers, looking dangerous. We've been susceptible to crosses recently, and that was almost a goal. But it's behind for a goal kick. Wasn't even a corner. Come on, lads. Turn it around after disappointing result against Watford. Ole, 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 ole. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Here we go then. Here comes Murray, Paddy Murray, the Northern Irishman. In Drury. Oh, Orford. He couldn't get power behind that header. It was just sort of a reaction header from a Spencer Drury through ball, but it was at his head. What was he meant to do with that, really? Here's Tim Green with a throw-in into Craig Palmer. Back to Garber. Garber, lovely ball into Orford. It's back to Garber. Back into Orford. It's back. They're just passing it between each other, but Palmer's now on the ball. Oh, no, that was unlucky. It hit Murray, hit Paddy on the back of his heel. And here come Bristol Rovers on the counter-attack. Looking dangerous. This is going to be 1-0. No! It's wide, well wide. Terrible miss from the Bristol Rovers player, and it's going to be 0-0 at half-time. Struggling to score. Been unlucky so far. And what I will say to the attack is, I have faith in you. Orford's not playing particularly well as the target man today. I might bring Brady Chick on in a bit. Paddy Murray's tired. I'm bringing on Christian Marlowe. Garber's going to change to an advanced playmaker. But we'll keep it on attacking, flexible. It's not been terrible. It's working reasonably well. We've just not really managed to have any shots. We've had 6 apparently and 1 clear-cut chance. Was that Orford opportunity? That was not a clear-cut chance. No way. That's probably why he's on a 6.4 actually. Been a very equal game, but a draw's not good enough for us to get back into the playoffs, unfortunately. We've not even been that bad lately. It's just a few draws have led us down and we've suddenly dropped out the playoffs. It's just very tight at the top of the table. Here come Bristol Rovers, looking dangerous. We don't want a second defeat today. It's been very positive few episodes recently, but suddenly today it's all come crashing down as Bristol Rovers carve us open far too easily. Brilliant save by Sivzelis, but he can't save the second one, and we're going to have to do something differently in this game because it's not working. Orford's going to come off, and we will bring Mohamed on for Spencer Drury. He's not been very good lately. He just seems to go through patches, doesn't he? It's annoying. It really is. We're going to go more direct. We're going to roam from position. We're just going to throw everything at them. Someone did comment recently saying I'm very reactive to goals rather than proactive in my management, my tactical management. But 1-0 down. We've obviously not been playing particularly well. Nothing's really happening. I'm reacting to more the whole aspect of the game, and the goal is, I suppose, the turning point. But here's Garber. Can he score a second free kick? He can! The keeper can't keep it out. Bottom. It looked like he'd saved it, but Mohamed Garber gets his second goal of the season, his second free kick. This guy could turn into a very decent player for us. He's only 19. Might be 20 actually now. The Nigerian scores, and it's 1-1. We'll leave it on what I've just done though. We're going more direct now. I'm going to pump it up to Brady Chick and hope for the best in these last few minutes. It doesn't look like anything's going to happen. It's going to be another draw for us. suddenly gone to the end of the game. A draw is decent against a team like Bristol Rovers. It's not good enough to get us back into the playoffs, but overall it's a good result. And I'm being positive. I'm trying to keep the morale high because there's a few players that are feeling a bit low after our defeat against Watford, I think. Mohamed Garba gets man of the match for that free kick. His pass percentage rating wasn't particularly high for a midfielder, but in the end he got the crucial goal that won us the point. But 4 draws in a row in the league, that's annoying. Cheltenham, Newport, Crawley next. So Cheltenham's 22nd, we have to beat them. We have to beat Newport, who are bottom, and Crawley are 5th. That's going to be tough, so that's a playoff clash. The next videos, I'm not 100% sure. I'll play a few games and I will decide when we get to them. But thank you for watching today's episode. It's been not great, getting smashed by Watford, but that was to be expected, to be fair. A decent draw against Bristol Rovers. We're only 5 points off that third automatic place. We're only 9 points off the top. It could all go brilliantly for us if we go on a winning streak. It's just very tight at the top. If we can sneak into the playoffs this season, that would be an incredible achievement. That's the aim now. Now we're out of the FA Cup. We're not going to be FA Cup champions. Imagine a League 2 team winning the FA Cup anyway. It's unheard of. As always, please show your support by hitting the like button. Thank you once again for all the graphics that you've sent in to me ahead of next season. I will see you in episode 63. See you soon, guys.